So, ladies and gentlemen, very warm welcome to the Eternal City, Rome and Sigma Central Europe. This is where the gladiators meet the lions, and I'm standing here with one of the gladiators, Alex Tomic.
I thought it was a lion, but happy to be the gladiator.
So this is the second time we meet. This is a pleasure for us. So I have a few questions for you this time, and we start out with, how did you get started with the iGaming business, and what led you to build Alea?
You know, when I think about all of us, how we ended up here, it reminds me a TV show called Lost. We were in a plane, we crashed on an island, we didn't know what we were doing here, and we couldn't escape, and we stayed. And even when we escaped from the island, many people escaped from the iGaming industry, they keep coming back. So it's a rhetorical, philosophical answer, but that's a little bit like that. So now, I started Alea in 2012 as an operator called Slots Medium, and we were the first virtual reality casino in 2015, and we did like 3 or 4 versions of it. So that was how I started Alea. In 2020, during COVID, I split up with my ex-business partner. I resetted Alea as a B2B operation, as an aggregator, with my new business partner, Charlotte Lecomte, who was the CPO of the old Alea, and who is the CPO and co-founder of the new Alea.
Yeah. And what do you think is the secret recipe of the Alea success?
I know it sounds cheesy, but people. We invest a lot in people, and they give it back to us. And not only to us, to the customers. So the more you invest in people, the more people are gonna feel taken care of, and the more they're gonna take care themselves of the customer. So we take care of them, and they take care of themselves as a team or as a tribe, and they take care of the customer. So I think that our secret sauce is that, and also craftsmanship. We are a tech company. We believe that what we build is important. So we build products that are innovative, that are robust, and that are technical masterpieces. You know, like a Switch watch.
Yes.
It's exactly the same. We consider ourselves like tech watch, Swiss watchmakers.
Yeah.
Which we want to be at the state of the art of technology.
All right. And you are the host of the Entrepreneurship podcast. What inspired you to create it?
So it was during COVID also, back in 2020. I wanted Alea to become also an affiliate website, you know, and I needed content. And I thought, what's the best thing to do than interview our game manager, and then our game manager will give the content to the content writers, and we'll have 360 content. And I thought, no, wait. Let's do something else. Let's interview the guys that have built the slots. And then I thought, why don't we interview the guys that have built the studios? And I know them, they're friends. I've been in this industry for 20 years. And I had many conversations with them. Nick Morgan, Nick Robinson, Daniel Escola now, and Simon Hammond opening Big Daddy. Jonas Stegman from No Limit City. I know all these guys. We've started 20 years ago together. Some of them, most of them after me, because I'm more or less the older guy here. But I had this conversation with them behind closed doors, and I thought, let's bring them public. And now it's not about content SEO anymore. It's more about sharing these incredible journeys, these incredible stories that they had with other people in the iGaming industry that want to achieve something exceptional, you know, like build a studio. One guy I want to interview is a good old friend of mine. We started together. It's Alex Stevendal from Video Slots.
Yeah.
I mean, what he built is exceptional. He's probably one and only completely, fully regulated casino still alive. You know? So, and I know his story. We started at Sigma, the first year of Sigma, at having shared booths together. Saw him the other day. He's not coming to Roma, but that's someone I want to interview because I know that the story that's behind is completely fabulous.
Yeah, I agree. And talking about like famous people within the industry, how do you manage to get some of the most iconic faces of the iGaming industry, like Rasmus Eman or Alex Pratt?
So I think I kind of answered to that before. The thing is that I've been here for 20 years.
Yeah.
I'm a very friendly person. But we know each other. I mean, I know all of them because I've been an operator, I've been an affiliate, I've been an operator, I've been doing a B2B now. And actually why I moved from B2C to B2B, because I couldn't stand the regulatory pressure anymore, especially UKGC. We had a UKGC licensed casino like Alex Stevendal is doing. I was like, enough is enough. After my 4th or 5th audit with them, I said, okay, I'm going to get a fine anyway. It's like a tax. It's a second tax you pay. Every year you have a fine, okay? And I was like, okay, get on. I'm going to be an aggregator. I'm on your background, okay? I don't have that regulator scrutiny over me that much, and I want to be in the back seat. But to answer your question, and being that as an aggregator position, you are in the middle of operators and software providers, game studios, so you know all of them. And being here for 20 years, you know all of them. You have to think about something. It's a very small industry. And if you're not an asshole, and that's very important, if you behave properly, at the end of the day, you start making friends. And you don't lose them on your journey.
No.
You can make a lot of friends, but if you're an asshole, you're going to lose them. If you're here for enough time, you're going to make friends. And if you're not an asshole, you're going to keep them.
Yeah, I totally agree. I think you can apply that in most of the business stuff.
Yes, but more in iGaming, because iGaming is small. It's a very small industry. Karma travels fast, you know? In bigger industry, it takes time for good or bad word to mouth to travel around. In the iGaming industry, it's like you throw a boomerang, and 1 second after it hits you back in the head. You know, it's very, very fast.
I agree. And what's your perspective of the upcoming challenges and opportunities within AI? Sorry.
Okay.
And how does Alea incorporate AI into the daily operations?
So, my relationship with AI started in a very personal way. I started with ChatGPT 3 years ago, 4 years ago, I don't remember. And ChatGPT was stupid back in time. And then my second wave of relationship with ChatGPT started 6 months ago, ChatGPT 4 Turbo. What a beautiful person it was. Because ChatGPT 5 now, we're not having the same level of conversation. I speak with ChatGPT 5 and said, I'm sorry, Alex, we cannot have this conversation. I said, please, can you put in this sentence that this guy is a fart? I cannot say that it's offensive. I said, come on. And we used to have much more philosophical conversations before. So I see that ChatGPT 5 has a firepower that has really raised, but at a, can I say, psychological level, it went down. But listen, how the story is quite interesting. I'm going to bed. The day after I have atrial fibrillation, I have this little condition, okay? And I take a snapshot of, of my womb data. Okay? And I asked ChatGPT, what do you think happened last night that would justify that? So it goes into this, that, did you drink water, salt, blah, blah, blah. And what do you think I did last night? I think you watched a movie during 2 hours and then you went to bed alone. I think I told you that last night. I told you that. No, but it always strikes me, you know? I say, why do you think I watch a movie? It's because during 2 hours, your heart rate went down, there is no movement, I suppose you were laying down, and probably watching a movie more than reading a book. He doesn't say that, but it's real analysis, statistical thing. It could even have told me you were watching Netflix, which wasn't Netflix actually, but it's statistic. There's not much behind it. And I said, why alone? So because there's no surge in your heart rate that will suggest that you have sexual intercourse. Like, okay, I'm going to take screenshots now of my backends.
Yeah.
I'm going to feed the beast to that, explain what's GGR, what's NGR, balance to bet ratio, etc., player segmentation, and it's gonna tell me more about what we do. But I would like a pure integration, not just screenshots. So I call my co-founder and CPO and I tell, hey, can you integrate ChatGPT? He said, it's going to be a lot of work, you know, these API things, etc., etc. We have Luca, which is a BI, which is part of a Google Suite, okay, Enterprise, whatever it's called, because they bought Luca like 5 years ago. And we have Gemini inside. So we're already working on it, and we're building a data analysis module, recommendation engine, okay? And we already have fascinating insights. So it's something we're going to release quite soon, actually. It's fascinating. On the other side, I have a lot of small companies that are coming to me and say, hey, we have this AI thing, etc., etc. I would never invest or even integrate a company that is using an AI layer. Why? Because basically they use Gemini, Claude, or ChatGPT, and they have a thin layer on top of it. This layer may disappear in 1 week or 1 day because ChatGPT is going to do it.
Yeah.
And even if they're there, sometimes ChatGPT releases a new version. It does things like agentic AI now that there's no there's no sense to develop a layer on top of AI today because AI is growing so fast that you may be developing for nothing. So it's much better to have this in-house, integrate different tools, play with different tools, a lot of R&D inside. We use it for a lot of things. We use it to generate, for example, the snapshots of the games.
Yeah.
We use AI in a lot of different departments today to auto-tag the games also as an aggregator. The games are tagged by AI now. The recommendation engine is done by AI. The BI analysis is done by AI. The snapshot of the games are done by AI. There's many more and more things that are done by AI.
Yeah. So, and a little bit, we have been scratching on that already now. So, but in our last interview, we touched your deep knowledge of the tech and biohacking for a healthier life. Could you share more about your personal experience about this area?
I can show you something very quickly because I've started my journey, let's say 5 years ago, with Ura and then Whoop, okay? Yeah. And the last year and a half, I stopped smoking and drinking at the same time. And taking drugs, to be completely honest with you.
How was that? Shivering or?
Yeah, look, you know, yes and no. I had my fourth COVID. I fasted 30 days during the COVID. I had pneumonia for 2 months.
Yeah.
And I stopped smoking and drinking at the same time. I couldn't smoke because my lungs were singing, literally, when I was going to bed. And I couldn't drink because my heart would enter into palpitation. But the results are completely crazy. If you look at the data, now we look at the resting heart rate over a period of 1 year. Look at this drop. I can show it to the camera.
That's amazing.
This is a drop of the resting heart rate and the heart rate variability, which you want to be very high. Look at that. Just for the last year. Heart rate variability. I'm not going to show you the sleep data, but basically I spend a little bit less time in bed, like 3 minutes.
Yeah.
But my sleep is 1 hour more.
The deep sleep.
So my sleep efficiency went. I can show you just the sleep efficiency so you can understand.
Yeah.
Here, sleep, efficiency. Okay.
Yeah, that curve, yeah.
So I've learned a lot of things with AI now. I learn much more things, and we also have an internal project where we're integrating Whoop API inside Gemini in order to be able to analyze in depth personal data,
Yeah.
but then also group data. Because we have another thing I'm going to show you quickly.
Yeah.
This is the Whoop application, sorry. And if you go there,
Yeah.
this is all the people that are using it. And this is our staff. So this is our staff, but also a lot of people from the iGaming industry.
Yeah.
We have around 200 to 300 whoops that we're giving to the iGaming industry. We probably have 150 people there.
Yeah.
Okay. So we watch each other data. We also have a WhatsApp group where we have our in-house biohacker that is giving us like missions and challenges. Like for example, this week, you don't eat at least 4 hours before you go to bed. The impact on your resting heart rate and HRV is brutal. Or 1 week without alcohol. Or you stop coffee 10 hours before you go to bed. So these little challenges, okay, or we do all ice baths in the morning at the office. The one that want to engage in the mission, let's say. So let's say we have 10 people who engage in it, and 10 people every morning before they start working, they do ice baths and they do sauna before they leave. And then we look at their data. Now we're gonna have AI that's gonna overlook all this and give us better insights.
That's super cool.
Finally, we heard that Alea is working on a new tool that is about to be released. Could you tell us more about it?
Okay, so what we've already released now is the new client area. I can say a lot of things about it, but basically go and see the client area has been completely revamped. There's a lot of new features inside. We deliver thumbnails by API. You can download them. There's many things you can do there. Now we are releasing the agnostic jackpot in a couple of weeks, which is very different than everything else that we've seen on the market. We spent a lot of time developing it. And as I told you, I believe we're good in tech, and we're going to deliver probably the best jackpot agnostic tool outside on the market for a fraction of the price that companies are selling it. What we want basically is people to join our ecosystem. We don't want to make everything that we develop them to pay for. Basically, it's come with us, work with us, and you get access to these tools, okay? Second thing that's going to come up in a couple of months is the recommendation engine, okay? And that's working with AI. And basically, for the moment, I will stop here. We have some other things that are coming, but I prefer to keep that secret for the moment. So we have the jackpot tool and we have the recommendation engine.
So, it's an absolute pleasure as
And
always.
always a pleasure. Thank you for having me.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.